welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. We are sitting at Miami International Airport. The junior first officer has just rolled out his own unique version of Yahtzee, and it looks like we have a 6-1, several battleships, and mini bingo chips as well. So I think that looks like a winning combination right there. But yeah, we're in the Piedmont Airlines version of the Manfred John C-47 or DC-3 as we're in the civilian version, and going to do something a little different today. Actually, need to apologize. I thought we were going to be up in the Washington area today, but I had misread my calendar. That's actually next Sunday. So today it's a Jacksonville fly-in. So yeah, we'll hop down here and have some fun. But here's what we're going to be doing today. Several months ago, I stumbled across this, and it was right about the time that I was getting ready to upgrade machines. Oh, you need help there, buddy? There you go. Got it. And so it's basically the Manfred John C-47 DC-3, whatever you want to call it, but it's got modern avionics in it, and a little different panel and a little different overhead, and I have no idea if I'm going to be able to start this thing, if I'm going to be able to navigate or what, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun on a Sunday to give it a try. Wolfpack Gamer, hello sir, good to see you. Did you get your laptop back yet, man? I've been meaning to ask you about that. I haven't seen you in a while. We are flying there, so there's a couple challenges. Obviously, number one is the fact that we're flying from Miami to Jacksonville in what is probably going to be a semi-busy day with an event here, even though it is Sunday, and usually the Sunday events aren't quite as busy, but that's one challenge. The second challenge is basically August weather in Florida. And you can see what we're looking at here, and I have no idea if we're going to be able to make it in or not to Jacksonville. But this is the planned route. It'll be actually the Miami 6 departure, Headley transition, and then north to Orlando, essentially. And then we get up here, and we are going to catch the Poggy 1 arrival into Jacksonville if all goes well. Haven't heard back, or did hear back a couple days ago saying they're starting to fix it with new parts. Sweet. Well, praying for good results there, Wolfpack, and that it'll be heading your way soon, and you'll be back in business. I know that's frustrating to have a machine that's not working for you. And feel free, lurk away, and good luck with your book report. It's that time of year, isn't it? Our students come back on Wednesday, so we're getting geared up ourselves. But all right, so anyhow, let's. I guess I have already loaded the flight route into. You have to do the old school P3D, offline flight planner. It might be loaded into these. It may not. I figure if worst comes to worst, we can still fly this thing. This is a slant alpha route, and that's how we filed. And so like I say, if worst comes to worst, we'll just fly this baby using traditional slant alpha methods. I don't even know. Oh, there you go. There's how you lower the yoke and everything. The thing I'm looking forward to is this is supposed to have tail wheel steering. Of all the things that you're looking forward to, it's the tail wheel steering. But I'm also looking forward to actually having a working autopilot, and where I don't have to necessarily, well, I hope anyway, have to use that 2D panel. So we'll see. Oh, Wolfpack started school actually last Tuesday. Man, oh man, that's early, brother. Early. We probably get out earlier than we do, so it'll be worth it in the end. But okay, well, let's see if we can get things rolling here. We do have Miami Center Miami Tower online, and Jacksonville, obviously. I don't think the event starts here for, well, no, it started about a half an hour ago. So I'm going to just see kind of what things sound like with the call outs. There's the Ernie, the co-pilot, and then there's a stewardess on board, and a lot of what they say is actually quite inappropriate, but hopefully they will keep things on the appropriate level here. I think we're cold and dark right now, so this looks relatively similar to what we had. So let's get things going here.
Before start checklist. Parking brake.
All right, let's see if everything works.
Set and check.
Yep, there's the parking
Doors
brake.
closed. Battery.
Things are in different spots here, so it might take me just a little bit to figure out where everything is. Those are the engines. I might have to cheat here a little bit. I think battery's over here now. Yeah, have not done a lot of homework, I will admit, on this one. We're just going to kind of have fun with it and see how far, see if we can even get the thing started. Let's be honest here. All right. What have they done with the battery? Wolfpack, are you seeing the battery anywhere? It used to be kind of right over in this area.
On.
Oh, there it is, right there. Battery
Ground
on.
power. Off. Generators.
I bet the generators are over here too. Ground power. We could turn the ground power on. I wonder what that would do. Give us a little bit of power. Yeah, things coming alive. That's kind of cool. That's different. That's sweet.
External power is connected.
All right, sweet. So generators. Let's see. There's right generator on, left generator.
Both on.
All right, sweet.
Beacon.
Hopefully that's still kind of over in this area. There it is. I see it. Beacon.
Is on. Nav lights.
Yeah, right next to it.
On. Cabin signs.
Alright, so that used to be the seat belts. Yep, no smoking.
Is on. Ignition master.
Cool. Alright, so ignition master. I'm seeing that must not be it. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, ignition master.
On. Magnetos. Check both off. Fuel quantity.
I'm hoping that's also down here. It used to be down here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Where are you? Where are you? Can I get this guy to go down a little bit here so I can see? There's the temperature. Skis, nice. In case you need them down here in Miami. Alright, we're gonna just have to
Checked.
say that we are good there. Fuel selectors. That must be up here now. Need to make sure we're on left main and right main. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of bus things above me there. Alright, there's fuel. Alright, so fuel selectors. Let's see. Where do I select the fuels here? Put the main pump on? No, that's not what I want. Not quite yet. Alright, left auxiliary select. Transfer must be here. Nothing's happening there when I click those. Yeah, they move stuff on me. Alright, let's just...
Checked. Carb heat. Checked Locked on cold. Trim. Set to 0. Cowl flaps.
That's obviously not still. It used to be right over there. Cowls are... Good Lord. They could put those guys anywhere. There we go. Cowls. I want those open, right?
Full
Sweet.
open. Mixture. Idle cutoff.
Alright.
Throttle.
Cracked.
Throttle's cracked. Drop control.
And full forward.
Flight controls. Ailerons right. Ailerons left. Elevator full up. Elevator full down. Rudder full right. Rudder full left. Before start checklist complete.
Okay.
Let's start engine 2.
That was at least a start here, guys. See if we can get
Okay,
this.
starting the right one. Fuel pump.
Right, fuel pump. Right,
On. Starter.
alright, starter.
Cranking the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Makes them both on. Mixture. Checked. Prime. On. Engine 2 starting up.
Hey, baby. That's a good sign. Old Piedmont Air coming to life. This has not quite got the Basler treatment, as you can tell. Still the standard engines there, not the turbines that they put on those Baslers, but kind of looking forward to seeing what this thing does. I've not got it in the air once. I have no idea. I just finally got the thing installed and troubleshot and to where it looks like it, looks like it ought to work. We're gonna find out. Usually he will say it's warm and ready to go, but I think we'll go ahead.
Starting the left. Fuel pump.
Alright, fuel pump. We just did this, guys.
On. Starter.
Left engine starter.
Engine is cranking. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Makes them both on. Mixture. Checked. Prime.
Gotta hold it. Listen for it.
GPU disconnected. One starting up.
Alright, cool, man. Now, I do have that glitch, that that mixture glitch here,
Coming up.
and hopefully it won't bite us right here, because I have my throttle quadrant, I have everything down
Engine 1 stabilized.
to full cutoff, and if I should be able to advance it to auto rich, and hopefully it won't completely turn things off. But as you've seen with some of the other aircraft like the King Air, it has that little glitch. So we're gonna find out. I'm about to move the mixture, and oh, all right, so it stayed alive. Ha ha, nice, 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 nice. Okay, very good, very good. Like it, like it, like it. No way to drop that guy down, I guess. Okay. We are ready to kind of get radios going here. Let's see if I know where any of this is before taxi checklist. I need to turn the inverters and the avionics on because I need to talk to...
Before taxi checklist.
Where are the inverters? There we go. Inverters on.
Avionics.
Where the heck is it? There it is.
On. Magnetos.
They're already on.
Fuel pumps.
Yep, they're on.
Tail wheel. Unlocked.
Sweet.
Flaps. Checked.
Yep.
Mixture. Auto rich. Wheel chocks. Off. Before taxi checklist complete. Are warmed up.
Alright, both engines warmed up. Now we need to change our comm frequency here. Let's see how we do that. We have tower on 1830. Happens, so that just adjusts the brightness. That switches frequencies. Alright, so how do I actually adjust the comm? Down here. Alright, that's the oh, alright, so 118.30. This will be kind of nice because I can actually have Miami Center 135.17 also entered in there. Oops, I want to stay on comm. 135, what did I say? 135.17, right? Yep. Alright, let's check and see if we are indeed talking to tower. Do we have ATIS here? Yes, we do. I better check the ATIS really quickly. We have information X-ray. We have winds 090 at 13, 10 statute miles, scattered at 3,700, scattered at flight level 250. Nothing yet hitting us here, even though it does look nasty all around us. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get our clearance again. Information X-ray. Miami Tower, good evening. Piedmont 818, information X-ray, IFR clearance to Jacksonville.
Trade 17052 heavy, weight right, line of weight.
Line up on the right, runway 7050 or 08 right, Victor.
Piedmont 8 meet tower, clearance on request, standby.
Alright. Let's have a look around while we're waiting. It's a beautiful day here, like I say, in Miami. We're kind of clear the heck up
American 1410, contact
like on the north corner, I think.
Yeah,
Trying to get a feel for where we're at. Like we're way up here. Yeah, runway, what is that? Runway 26 left, 26 right. So we're just about as far to the northeast as you can get. In fact, the farthest, well, maybe that spot right there, but
Piedmont 818, cars available, advise I'm ready to copy.
Piedmont 818, ready to copy.
Piedmont 818, clear to the Jacksonville Airport via the Miami 6 departure, Headley transition. Victor 267, then as filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 12,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is right now 135.17, he's closing at 10 minutes.
Ah, man.
And squawk 2173.
Okay, a little bit of a breakup on that, but I heard cleared via the Headley, Miami 6 departure, Headley transition. There was a Victor airway where you broke up, then as filed. We'll maintain 5,000, expect 120 departure frequency for the next 10 minutes anyway, 135.17, squawk 2173, Piedmont 818.
I'll get back to you in just 1 second. Trade wind 7052, heavy wind 090 at 13, RNAV Virginia Key, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
2,
7, 3.
American 555 ready for taxi from the west ramp at DC-3.
No idea how to turn that on or off. It just kind of, hopefully it just kind of goes. Altitude, we will take 5,000.
555, thank you.
And Piedmont 818, that's the Miami 6 departure, Headley transition, Victor 267, then as filed.
Okay, Victor 267 then is filed, Piedmont 818.
Piedmont 818, feedback is correct. Start your discretion, advise I'm ready to taxi. 8 left.
Okay, we'll give you a call, 818. Alright, so that already messes me up, and I'm not going to go back in to that doggone
American 619, heavy runway 8 right, line up and wait.
P3D default flight planner, but I am going to put in
Wait, right.
the, so it was the Victor 267. Let's see how easy this is here. Victor 267. Let's see what that does to me here.
Trade 172, heavy contact.
Oh, it's the same thing. So I'm good. So I'm not going to change a thing. I had the Victor 437. He wants us to call that the Victor 267, so that's what I'm going to call it. Okay. We are going to lose center, which is a bummer, but that's the way it goes. I am going to, let's see,
American 2625.
just out of curiosity, I'm going to put in so we do need to, I don't know why I pulled that up, we do need to go ahead and we'll track the Miami VOR, the Dolphin VOR 113.9er outbound. So I'm going to put that in, and then I'm also going to put in up here the Pahokee 115.4, and let's just see, let's just test out, see how well this works. So back down to the VLOC, and again, that Dolphin VOR 113.9er.
American 2625, readback is correct. Push and start your discretion. Advise when ready to taxi. Expect runway 8 right, and Miami Center will be going off on
That'll be
the 5 minutes.
First one we track. In column 2, we will put in Pahokee 115.4. Oh, maybe not. Let me. That's not one to not one. Just there we go. All right, so we'll have those two in. We'll see, I guess, how well those things track.
And United 555,
358
on departure flight runway.
Is that initial
runway 9er clear for
outbound?
American 555, runway 9er, runway
258.
Takeoff.
We will, the Miami 6 departure, I'm just looking on my other screen here, don't need to really show you this. Miami 6 departure, Headley transition, we will be departing, and let's see, what's it tell us here? Special instruction unless otherwise, nope, I don't need that. Taking off, I'm guessing that we're, well, I'm not guessing, I know we're taking off to the east, so departing 8 left, 8 right, 9er, 12, we'll get one of those. So basically those are all pretty much the same. You're going to climb, you're going to kind of head north. 8 left, we're going to be 283, and my guess is that's what we'll get, is 8 left. That's what's closest to us. So we'll have that ready to go, and if they tell us something different, then so be it. But 8 left, we'll oh, no, that's the standard climb. My apologies. Standard climb of 383 feet per minute. Yeah, we will be turning, I think actually we'll be turning on that same 337.
One departure that has to cross your path where you can get up.
Same heading here. Here's what I'm looking at, by the way. Heading up to Headley, 337 outbound. That's gonna be our track. Now, again, we'll see what they tell us. That's kind of what we'll start with, and we are gonna just you know what I don't know how to do is I don't know how to engage the autopilot. Used to be down here. I don't know how to engage that sucker. Oh, right there, autopilot.
555
We'll be using nav, at least for
135
now, and we'll just kind of see, I guess, how it goes.
555, contact departure.
You know, we're gonna have some fun with it. All right. The Miami Tower Piedmont 818 is ready for taxi.
Piedmont 818, runway 8 left, taxi via Kilo.
8 left via Kilo, Piedmont 818. Okay, that's kind of what we were thinking. So let's get this out of the way. Can we make that turn? I don't know. Can we make this about the same? All right. Brakes off. I think we can because we have tail wheel steering in this bad boy. Look at that. Look at that. How cool is that? No braking at all. I'll only barely clip my wing on the air stairs. Come on, get around that. Get around it. Get around it. Oh, look at that. I had all kinds of room. Look at that. All right. It's gonna take some convincing for me to
American 1624, read back correct, push and start at your discretion.
to like this, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, but so far, tail wheel, that's a thumbs up. I need to find Kilo though before I get
heavy departure now.
too excited.
555, you want us to go to departure over?
Oh,
Got United 555, contact departure, except now he's closed,
don't
so you're
get
going to
too
monitor again.
don't get too fast here. All right, I think this is Kilo. I don't have a sign just yet, but
Miami Tower, American
head over here.
555, radio check.
What's this saying?
Okay, aircraft calling is American 555. I do not have an American 555. I have United 555. How copy?
I don't want to wander onto a runway on accident and cause mass confusion.
Piedmont 818, it's runway 8 left to Kilo. Looks like you're going on Lima.
Oh, my fault. On Kilo for down to 8 left, Piedmont 818. Oh, so what have I done?
An American 619 heavy, did you copy?
I'm too far over. Okay. That's why I'm not seeing the right sign. So Lima runs right through the middle, right in between 8 left and 8 right. Yeah, I don't want to go there for sure. Here's where I was going. I was actually wandering out here, which would have got me there, but not exactly what I was told.
Virginia Key, runway 8 right.
So let's head back here. Let's do it right. Look at those DC-10s. That's awesome. Really wanting to try motor myself at some point. But I already have two Douglas aircraft. I've got the DC-3, obviously, and I've got the DC-8. Thinking about maybe branching
Sorry
out.
about that guy calling, guys. I don't know who it was, but what's going on?
Maybe the Lockheed L1011 might be in my future. Alright. Well, I guess when you park this far north, they figure you know where the heck you're going, because I still haven't seen a taxiway sign that says that we are on Kilo, but I feel a lot better here just looking at my Sky Vector map. I have a little departure going by. That's cool. Well, I'm going super fast. Hold on. Let's check out the departure here. There he goes. That's awesome. Way awesome. Oh, drifting.
American 619
I
heavy.
had my speed up there over 25, so let's not do that. Alright, all the way down to Kilo 1 is what we're looking for. We'll go past all this cargo area. We'll actually go past Signature as well, the FBO. See how we're doing here. Tail wheel is doing its job. I mean, I am getting blown around a little bit here, but so far so good.
Attention all aircraft, Miami Tower is going to wait for 2 minutes. Back in 2 minutes.
Alright. That's about how long it's going to take me to get down to the other end of the runway. I'm having a little bit of trouble maintaining a consistent taxi speed. Now we're a little slow. About a quarter throttle right now. Yeah, everything's in a different spot. I'm used to my flaps being over here, so I don't know where those guys are. There's my trim. That's aileron trim though. There's my regular elevator trim. Alright, well now we're just at a snail's pace here. Let's speed it up a little bit. Should be going with the wind here. Shouldn't have any problems in terms of getting some consistent speed, but I am so far. I'll share the link, by the way. This, as far as I can tell, it's a gentleman named Alan A.
And Miami Towers return.
that has done this, this new cockpit, and otherwise everything else is basically the same. You still have all the other two-dimensional panels that you have in the Manfred John DC-3. Just happen to have a few more of these things. Everything here, as far as I know, is functional, and everything up here is functional, so could be interesting. It is going to take, I think, a little bit of the fun out of it, so I don't know if this will be something that we fly regularly, but it'll be interesting to see if I can just plug it in and let the autopilot take it all the way. And it also will be interesting to see, this potentially could change this plane from slant alpha to slant gulf. Alright, we're short of Kilo 1, and we just need to do
818, wind 090 at 13, fly heading 090, runway 8 left, clear for takeoff.
fly heading 090, clear for takeoff 8 left, Piedmont 818. Alright, 090. Which is basically runway heading. I am going to set the flaps and hopefully
Flaps, 1/4.
see something. Let's get Ernie back here before takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist. Picture, auto rich, prop control, high RPM, trim, set and checked. Flaps, checked. Cowl flaps,
I don't know what trail is.
set trail. Landing lights,
Alright, landing lights are on. They are on. I don't know why it's not saying they're on.
both on.
Oh, there's two of them?
Checked. Fuel pumps, on. Tail wheel,
Oh, good lord, where's the tail wheel?
locked.
Right there.
Before takeoff complete.
Okay, I don't want to lock the tail wheel just yet because I do have to get actually on the runway. But I know where that's at now, so it turns that off.
And Piedmont 818, we have Miami Center coming back online, so your new departure frequency is once again going to be 135.17.
Ah, sounds good, Piedmont 818. Alright, cool. Alright, final is clear. Runway
And
is
I'll just hold
clear.
on.
Let's get lined up and alright, lock the tail wheel. Advance the powers. Advance the power.
Power set, here we go.
Yep, here we go, Ernie. Maybe I'm Ernie, I can't remember.
V1, rotate. We're going to commit aviation and
He was about to make a
positive rate of climb. Gears going up.
smart aleck comment, I can tell. Alright,
Gear
so
up and lock the lights.
looks good. There's 400 feet. Bring those flaps up.
They're up.
See if I have anything after takeoff. Yes, I do. We're just going to continue our climb. It's pretty simple.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Gear up and lock the lights. Flaps. Flaps are up. Landing lights.
American 2625, be ready to check. American 2625, runway right, via plane.
I don't know where the other ones.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Light
Okay.
American 2625.
Apparently there's 2 landing lights, and I don't know where they both are.
P-Mont
So
818, I don't know what's going on with approach, but I think he's going to be another few minutes. So, change advisory frequency is approved, and when he comes online, he'll ping you.
all right, over to the Unicom, and we'll be waiting for the contact me. Thanks for the ATC. We'll see you next time, Piedmont 818.
See you, have a good one.
All right, so that means I'm going to go ahead and assume that we would be getting not only our permission to turn on course, but probably our permission to climb and maintain 12,000. Not gonna worry about the 12,000 part because it's going to take us a little while here. All right, we do need to go over. Okay, I want to get. Let's do this. Unfamiliar aircraft, so let's go ahead. We're gonna set the or turn the autopilot on. Engage heading mode for now, and we're gonna kind of let it stay semi on course. Again, we're trying to fly the outbound here. All right, Downwind Sim checking in. Hello, sir.
Copy.
In a brand spanking new old aircraft here. Junior first officer is messing with the back of the PC, so it could be a short. Hey, buddy. Could be a short stream. All right, I need to change to advisory. Oh boy, I just turned that off. That's not what I want. Dadgummit. Alright, don't touch that though, okay? You have something in your mouth? Dad, I think he might have something in his mouth there. Ah, the life of a 2-year-old. Alright, oh, there we go. So I need to go 122 decimal 8. It literally takes 2 adults, sometimes more, to keep ahead of him. And we'll switch that. So we're at advisory, and now here's what we're trying to intercept. I wonder if we switch over. Here's what I have never done in this aircraft is I've never had an autopilot that I could actually engage the nav. We're going to do that and see if we intercept or see if it takes us over there. So the fishing reports. Okay. Let's just say that the this was the fishing trip that was not meant to be, apparently, because last night about 3 in the morning my stomach started to go south in a hurry, and then I had a message from my friend who I was going to go with, and he also was not feeling the best. He actually has just had some neck surgery, and so yeah, so it just wasn't meant to be. unfortunately. But that's okay. There's around here, this is actually kind of the slow time of year for fishing, and this, as fall rolls in and the temperatures cool off a little bit, it can get really fun. So it was another day, hanging out with the family, hanging out with the junior first officer, hanging out with the wife. Had some friends actually come in from out of town, stop by, and we got to visit with them. So, you know, it wasn't like it was a bad day. I do plan to go fishing again though, but that's you know,
Captain, you're pushing her
what the
too
heck.
hard.
Oh,
We need to reduce
Ernie,
power.
you are right. I am. Right there, the RPM's in front of me, and the manifold pressure's in front of me. So it used to have so the climb about 23 to 25 for the RPMs, which we're there now, and 35 to 42 for the manifold pressure. So you can increase that. Sorry, just a little bit. So yeah, downwind. So here's what we're doing today. I have we're in the DC-3, so that's not a surprise. You can hear it, you could sense it. You heard the co-pilot, but what I downloaded, I stumbled across this, and again, this is not new. Okay, this is one of me being like you know, the last guy to know type of thing, like I usually am. But I stumbled across this avionics sort of modern upgrade to the Manfred John DC-3, and I actually had downloaded it right before I made the switch to my new machine, so I didn't actually get a chance to install it, and actually was just thinking about, what should we do tonight. I felt like just doing something a little bit different, but I wanted to kind of get in the DC-3, so I installed it and configured it, and thought, what the heck, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if it works. It looks like, I'm not trying to jinx myself, but it looks like it's grabbing the track. Looks like we're online. It's saying nav. Right now it's also saying glide slope, which I don't know about that, but so anyway, that's it's just kind of a let's have fun and let's test things out, and let's see let's see if this works. So that's where we're at. Thanks for checking in, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like but it is up to date, but everything's in a different place. It's all still there, but nothing looks the same. Like I should have 2 landing lights, and I don't know where the other one is. Maybe it's on this side. But yeah, but I was able to get it started, which was a win. I was able to get it in the air, which was a second win. And yeah, so we're gonna just see what happens. need to show you this as well. Wolfpack and downwind. So besides just trying to get this bad boy up and running, as is typical, I think, in the Florida area this time of year, we've got some storms building up, and you know, those are not really going to probably be a factor. This one here south of Orlando might be, but it's this mamma jamma that I'm worried about. So yeah, very common afternoon storms build up. I'm guessing they gather all that moisture off the Gulf of Mexico and just sort of almost a regular everyday occurrence. So we will see. We'll see how far up we're going to get. Orlando is actually our alternate. So you know, I don't know that that's necessarily going to be a great choice too, because this storm will cover the whole state here if it builds. But anyway, that's the plan, though. It's part of the Jacksonville, what is this called? The Staff It Up Jacksonville ARTCC is rocking and rolling tonight. And I thought about starting from Orlando, but when I came online, there was Miami Center. Now I'm looking at it, I probably should have came down from Atlanta or somewhere, but that's okay. We'll just kind of slowly chug our way up through here and try to dodge all these yellow red uglies, and with any luck, oh boy, with any luck we'll be able to put her down here. You know, I guess we could do like one of these smaller airports too as an alternate. That is the benefit of this plane, is you can land on a short field. So Disney, oh, I didn't realize they got a permanent TFR over the park. So I wonder just exactly, like if you're heading over the, you know, so there's the Orlando airport, then there's the Orlando VOR. Well, that's Orlando Executive. They're not exactly the same, but I wonder how close that does it show the Disney World. Let's just check it out here. Downwind is telling me, oh yeah, there you go, right there. Haha. Security, that's got to be where it's at, right? That kind of part of town that it's located, I wondered. Would make sense. So we'll stay east of it, and yeah, you know, I didn't know that. That's yeah, valid until further notice, until Mickey Mouse changes his mind. All right, hey, we're up through 9,000. I tell you one thing right now that I'm noticing is I feel like this thing climbs a little bit better than my other DC-3. I haven't touched it, and we've been about in between 1,000 and 500. Honestly, don't know. Maybe there's a vertical speed indicator over here somewhere, but I don't know what that. Maybe this is it. But that's it. Let's see what happens if I slide that up to 1,000. Let's see if that adjusts that vertical speed. I don't know that I can maintain 1,000 though, because I'm still only going about 105. Now, that doesn't look like it's done a single thing, so I don't know. Altitude. If I engage altitude mode, will that do it? Let's watch. It's like relearning this plane all over again, which I don't mind. It'd be kind of cool to do that. Oh boy, look out. Yeah, we are losing airspeed in a hurry, so let's not do that. Let's keep it at 500. I could put a little bit more manifold pressure here. I've kind of, as you gain altitude, obviously you need to push that throttle forward to keep your manifold pressure. But yeah, Yeah, until Disney builds their own international airport. Ain't that the truth? From the sounds of it, it's ironic. Excuse me. It's ironic, but I had two of my staff members that actually went to Disney World this summer on the same day. Independent trips, all the way from Wyoming, and they ended up in Disney World on the same day. Now, they didn't see each other, mind you. This is not good. I'm not liking that at all. We're really getting nose up, speeds way down. I mean, they didn't know they were both there, but when they shared out kind of in our beginning of the year sort of staff stuff, they both talked about that was the farthest they had went, and it was just ironic. But the one of the staff members did mention that they move as many people through Orlando in a day as they do. I think it's the second largest city in Wyoming, Casper, Wyoming. So they move like 70,000 people a day through the park, and that just absolutely boggles my mind. I don't know, and it's not. I mean, it's not like it's a huge area. It's whatever, 5 square miles, or I don't even know what it is. But I've been to Disneyland in California, and that was a while back. But I remember that was pretty crazy. I can't imagine that. So I guess my point is, the moose is the machine. Yeah, my point is I could for sure see them having enough money to build an international airport. Oh, cool. Sister-in-law works there. Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah, the inside stories. Yeah. All right, so we're kind of a little bit halted here on our climb. We got up to 10,300, and our airspeed dropped a lot. So we are trying to. I just leveled it out a little bit, and actually, I am gonna just level it out completely here and try to build airspeed back up. That apparently does not have anything to do with. It keeps just saying climb it. All right, let me just level that out. I want to get back up. We're really in danger of stalling out here. We don't want to get a whole heck of a lot slower. The problem what we're having is kind of like what we have in the DC-8. I think we're pitching so dang much that it might be tough to nose over and regain airspeed. So I'm just slowly, tiny little bit here and there, I'm just nudging the trim and just trying to bump that nose down just a little bit. But it's the happiest place on earth. Like I told you last time I was here, the one thing I do appreciate about it is the ATC has a lot of fun with when you fly into Orlando, and it's always something to the effect of, when you land there, it's welcome to the Mickey Mouse Funhouse, or one of those deals. And so I do appreciate that. That's a lot of fun. Well, still no Miami Center. There was a little bit of a teaser there from Tower. I think he thought Center was going to be online, but he, in fact, whoever it was, must not have been able to make it happen. But we've got a while yet. Again, we're clipping along here at a blazing 90 knots. We've got Cessna 172 Skyhawks that are telling us to get out of the way. So plenty of time for Center to come back online. Hey, Downwind, you'll be happy to hear I have upgraded the menu for today's flight, by the way. This is the perfect thing for a guy who's had a terrible stomach all day. But serving Tombstone pizzas for dinner tonight. My favorite frozen pizza of all time. Okay, getting our speed back up here. I think we can, let's nudge this just gently about 200 to 300 feet per minute. Let's see if that will continue to hold, or maybe even climb a little bit. I'm not expecting 180 here, or even 160. In fact, I'm planning on our cruise being between 120 and 140. But yeah, so downwind if you need. I think we've got the classic pepperoni, but I'm sure that we also have the 5 cheese and maybe even the 5 meat. No, I'm sorry, 3 cheese and the 5 meat. I think we're going to have a grand total of 3 of these Tombstone pizzas tonight, so I'll be sure to save you a slice. That beats anything that Slant Alpha is going to serve. Yeah, you know, it is. It is. Actually, here's the shame of it is at my local grocery store where I purchase said Tombstone frozen pizzas. They've actually had a sale that has been going on for this will be the first time in 3 weeks that we've been able to buy any because they've been sold out. So that's been a bit of a crisis for me personally. I have to keep my my frozen pizza blood level at a certain amount, or things get a little bit haywire. You're welcome. Yeah, actually, it kind of, I think, in a way, takes Mrs. First Officer back to the days of when we were dirt poor, and that's all you could afford was a $3 frozen pizza for dinner. That was like a treat, by the way. And so, actually, she's pretty good sport about that kind of stuff. She also is kind of a little healthier than I am, so she doesn't pig out quite like I do, but it's all good. The important person that approves of this is the junior first officer, who at age 2 can currently eat more Tombstone pizza than his papa can. So it'll be a good dinner here in actually just a little bit, probably right after the flight's done here. Yeah, he's kind of a good sport in a way. I mean, he's a little finicky when it comes to meat right now, but if it's on a pizza, he's eating it. And we also had he's a fan of hot dogs, which technically I don't know if you count that as meat, but I do get the 100% all beef hot dogs, and he can eat about 4 of those if you let him. But I was able to also have corn on the cob, which I gave him a well, I don't know what you'd call it. The one I gave him today was about half as big as he was, but he managed to put the hurt on it. And yeah, you would think the kid is going to be 6'3" when it's all said and done. Right now he's like in the lowest 25% of his size and weight, but there are a few things that he really does go to town on. But I digress. Boring grandchild stories, I know. Well, you have to, I think. We just call it preparing for winter. And yeah, exactly, you're thinking the same thing. So as I'm putting weight on, that's what I'm telling myself. And then in the spring, when I'm still overweight, I just tell people I expected a much harsher winter. You know, we're much like the grizzly bears in that respect, without all the benefit of being able to sleep for 3 months. Okay, so let's see what else was I going to tell you guys. So I started out by telling Wolfpack Gamer I had to apologize to him because I had misread my calendar on the VAT USA, and I thought tonight was supposed to be the Satellite Sunday up at ZDC up there by the Washington area, but that's actually next Sunday. Of course, yesterday I thought the Dog Days of Summer was yesterday, and it's next set. So next weekend is the dog days of summer in Alaska, and the satellite Sunday up there in the Washington area, which makes what could be a pretty busy week even a little bit busier if we're able to swing it. Of course, this is all dependent on, you know, if we're actually going to be able to sneak down here if things aren't going on with the fam, all that good stuff. But we do have Tuesday, there's a regional circuit up in Boston. We're going to do that. Friday, there's the end of summer fly-in down in the Albuquerque area. I'm planning on doing that. Of course, the dog days of summer in Alaska, that's the one I'm really excited about. Going to be doing some bush flying, and I'm going to attempt something that I have not ever done before in my time as a flight sim pilot. So hopefully it will be entertaining, and hopefully there'll be several witnesses to see what I'm going to try to do. Not exactly sure. It's kind of like the Stephen Wright joke. Put your seatbelt on. I want to try something. I saw it in a cartoon once, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. Hopefully you'll be able to, actually what I'd like, man, is get things configured, and I am going to reveal where we're taking off from here a little bit closer to the end of the week, and I think it'd be fun. It'd be one of those you have three or four guys flying low and slow, and I'm going to take you to see some things that I think is going to just blow your mind. I'm just going to leave it at that. Leave it at that. All right, 12,000, and we are about to level out. I think that's awesome. I think that has worked. Cool. Cool. Yeah, and if nothing else, okay, nice. You'll have, actually, for you, it's going to be probably better, because I'm sure that the Alaska scenery on X-Plane is going to be just even that much better than what I have in P3D. All I have in P3D is kind of the global base and vector and trees and stuff like that. All right, hey, we do have some center that's just popped online, 135.17. So let's do that. Oh boy, and I have fallen way off. What has happened here? I have fallen way off my path somehow. So, uh-oh. When I check in, I can at least tell him that we're trying to track the right way. So that's interesting. So this is not exactly working the way that I had hoped. But again, you know, we're just troubleshooting here. We're just kind of seeing what's going to work, what's not going to work. I don't see myself ever really going away from slant alpha flying with this particular airplane, but you know, it's just neat to see what your plane can do. So, all right, let me get checked in here. 35.17. That's where we were before, so we'll check that out.
And stay called.
And
It's American 156, currently left
I
down.
was paying very close of attention there, but yeah. So get your scenery upgraded. I'll give you a little bit of a hint downwind. You know, it's not really a hint. This is what the VAT USA information will give you. So the whole event is centered around Anchorage. And we're going to be in that area. We're not going to really be messing around with Anchorage per se, because I'm going to be in the Beaver, and so I'm not going to make ATC mess with the de Havilland Beaver while they're trying to land 767s.
American 2625 radar contact 70 miles
But
northeast,
that's
the Palm Beach
if you've got scenery in that Anchorage area, get it uploaded because
American 2344.
there's some stuff up there that is out of this world.
At positive discretion, cross Scott at and maintain 10,000 Miami altimeter 3004.
Scott at 10,000 on the ILS 12 of American 2344.
American 2344, roger. I was going to sign the runway a little close, but you can expect that.
Alright.
American 1516 airport to your...
And they're busy, which is good.
So
Maybe we'll have a chance to kind of get back on course here, and then we can actually check in
American 1516, roger. Clear visual
on the right Victor airway. We're supposed to be right now on the Victor 267, which we got way east of that somehow. I don't know how. We're a long way east.
Runner 7122 Heavy, Miami Center radar contact, climbing team 16,000. Climbing team 16,000, Lieutenant 7122.
And I'm not going to check in here for a little while. I do want to get back on my correct course here, and as you can see, we've got a long time. We're only halfway through their airspace, and they've got all these big heavies coming in here and there. These guys aren't heavies probably, but oh, what's going on down here? Miami Live 2019. Oh, that's coming up here on the 24th. On the 24th. You don't say. You don't say. Yeah, that's the day I'm going to be in Alaska, so I'll have to miss that one.
I'll just call 4512 and being present at the 10,000 power 75.
All right, just about back on track here. Again, this is Pahokee that we're closing in on, and then once we get there, we're going to rejoin. I'm going to go ahead and just engage the nav. Let's see what happens. It should be a, from Pahokee, it should be 342.
American 512, no problem. That's going to be E Togo Bravo Tango Oscar Golf Alpha.
Alright, starting to make that turn. Okay, it's I wondered if it would do that, kind of make that dramatic turn to the left to intercept, and then hopefully make that turn back to the right here.
Down or correction, base of final turn approved.
There it comes.
745.
Alright.
Approach.
Alright. Don't feel like so the autopilot, or the first officer guy is turned on. He'll chime in every once in a while, and I got to be honest with you, some of the stuff that they have him say is yeah, definitely get a guy in trouble. Haven't heard the stewardess yet. Do have the stewardess option checked as well, but
3,000 and reduce speed to 10, please.
alright, should be making that turn here, I would hope. We're on the nav and should be making that turn to follow. Don't really see us. Maybe we're fighting some wind issues here. Let's see, what do we have here? What's our conditions? Current conditions, winds 115 at 7. Yeah, it shouldn't be that much of a crab. Maybe it's going to wait to pick that up, although again, I don't think it should.
745, turn right heading 060, vectors for the approach.
Now I'm starting to wonder if it's...
Right heading 060, fast approach, and power out, 745.
Jet car 66, Miami Center.
Alright, I'm going to make this turn here. I know we're not in nav mode per se, but I am actually going to go, sorry, heading mode. I'm going to go heading mode. I don't think we have things quite configured the way we need it to. So let me check in though real fast with center. Miami Center Piedmont 818 at 12,000. We just passed over Pahokee.
Runner 7122, call maintain 5990.
So sometimes the CDI can be on GPS and sometimes it can be on nav. I think that's what it is, so we need to change that. I haven't had that option before, so that makes perfect sense. So we're going to engage nav. We're probably going to make a little bit of a major adjustment here. Yeah, so
Sure was fun last night, boys.
American 2353, Miami Center, good evening. American 2353, Miami Center, good evening. Like ILS runway 19er, right approach.
I don't know if you guys just heard that, but it'll be the most randomly inappropriate comments that you'll ever hear on VATSIM. And yeah,
Southwest 5086, radar 110 miles.
I've gotten to where I've just actually turned him and her off because the two of them together, forget about it.
Miami Center, squawk 4532, correction, 4552, 4552.
4552, Piedmont 818. 4552.
Sorry, 745,
4552. And again, we don't know that. I'm assuming that just stays on. We are mode Charlie on the V pilot, so hopefully that'll work.
Card 66, Miami Center, good evening. Walk 4767.
67, jet card 66.
All right, I feel much better now. We are
43, 44 to 718,
back on track. Here's that big lake that's right outside of Orlando, right? What the heck is that lake?
Up is off Clearwater.
I always look it up every time I...
Roger, Cessna.
Kissimmee, right? Is this Kissimmee?
American 23, 44 to 718, 7000.
There's actually several lakes in this area. It looks like a kind of a fun area, honestly. Lots of people, I'm sure. That would be the hard part for me. Alright, things are looking much better now, friends and neighbors. We are getting back on our track here.
Good evening, Miami Center, first oxy to runway 10 right after Lauderdale.
I do have nav 2 set just as backup, so I should set Orlando again. Set it 112.20.
40 miles northwest of
Alright, let's see here. 112.20. Just curious to see if that's gonna just verify what. So here's what I'm looking at, guys.
Under 7122, move correct.
I'm trying to get the best of both worlds. We're heading over Pahokee. We need to be heading out on a 342 outbound up to Orlando. The Orlando Vortac is what's next. So let me put that in, 342. We're using this again down here to kind of help with that. So 342. There's 41.2. So yeah, I mean, I think that's
Card 66 is going to maintain 50100.
I think that's verifying that we're on the right track. Of course, that helps a lot as well.
American 23, 44.
That's something that we don't generally have in this aircraft.
Roger, expecting 1,
And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure that I really like having it.
Romeo Juliet, Miami Center, good evening, walk 4556.
Part of the fun of this plane is not having modern avionics, but
4556
part of the allure of this plane is the fact that you can retrofit it with modern equipment, or at least somewhat modern equipment. I have no idea, by the way. We can say, I mean, we can look at the flight plan. I have all this entered in again from earlier on.
Romeo Juliet, I have the IFR files flight plan, but your altitude.
I have no idea what approaches, or yeah.
Yeah, we took off BFR and let's just pick up.
So, I mean, it looks like we have. Sorry for the
for.
shakiness there, but it looks like we have
Romeo Juliet, Roger, I proclaim the vehicle, advisory to copy.
fairly up to date. Runway 26, yep.
Right,
Runway
copy.
8, yep. ILS to
Romeo
14.
Juliet, you're clear to the Lakeland Airport via direct.
And runway 32. So
maintain
those look
the one
fairly
south, expect
up to date.
3010 minutes.
We have some
And,
options
Vernon,
there.
current walk.
And again, like we were talking about earlier, you know, we've got some RNAV options here. So we have the ability, I think, if we so choose,
for 172 Romeo Juliet.
to
Here, Romeo Juliet, readback is correct. Maintain 1000 for now. I need to keep it down until you cross the
change our
ILS path
equipment
of,
from
Hampton
slant alpha to slant golf. Now again, I don't know that you'd want to do that,
And
but
you just want us to keep the current heading.
Here, Romeo Juliet,
it's never bad to have options, I guess.
Direct Lakeland, then down.
All right, I do need to do this. We are
American 2344
we are after takeoff, and we need to set some cruise. We need to go to auto lean, which I haven't done. I should have done
American
that a while
512,
ago.
expect ILS runway 12 approach.
Okay, and we need to be between 18 and 23 for the RPMs. Watching this gauge right here, there's kind of where we need to be. And then between 31 and 33 on the manifold pressure. So
American
a little
23.
bit. Well, I can't do any more on the manifold. I got it wide open right now, so that's going to have to be our. That's going to have to be our cruise
American
setting.
2353 negative. Left turn 360 360.
Left turn in 360, 2353.
Delta 1812 Miami Center. Good evening, Fox
Hey, Archie,
47.
what's happening? I'm sure sleepy.
I'd be curious to see what you guys think of this. I mean, it's different than what we normally do. Is
Delta
it?
1827, affirm that. Sorry about that.
I mean-
Delta 1827, Squawk 47 is 02.
Okay, reset. 4702 for Delta
Let me
18.
give you the full view here of what we have.
American 2344, 15 miles from Hayana, maintain present heading at 3,000 foot status on the low buzzer clear, ILS runway 12 approach.
Maintain heading.
Looks quite a bit different. Put that back. Oh, I'm going to put that back. I don't know how to lower that guy down. Sorry, guys. But yeah, vastly different than the
Yeah, 24.
I don't want to say default, because the Manfred Jean is not default, but yeah, downwind saying doesn't really matter either way you like it. Yeah, I mean,
2440 Miami Center, good evening.
what I kind of think is cool about this aircraft and why it's
4643
in the grand scheme of things one of my favorite aircraft of all time is just how versatile, you know, the platform is. I mean, obviously from a aeronautic standpoint, a flight dynamic standpoint, it's super stable and very efficient, and just a really good platform. But it boggles my mind that you can slap a couple of Basler turbine engines on it, put a glass cockpit in it, and this thing, it'll be good for another 50 years. You just don't get that longevity out of anything else, really. I mean, maybe some of the smaller GA aircraft, but that's just impressive to me. So when I emailed back and forth with the guy that made the cockpit, the one thing he said is, don't get rid of your other one. He said keep that, because that's important to have proficiency with those instruments. But he said, don't be afraid to use this every now and again, because this is really the majority of people flying DC-3s have this type of layout. And so if you want an authentic representation or an
American
authentic
2353,
simulation.
turn right
He said,
heading
yeah, it's not
140.
1940s World War II era
Right turn
equipment,
140,
but it's what's in there now. And actually,
2353, expedite.
you know, looking at what we have here, it's really even a little bit. I don't know what would this.
We'll go as fast as we can.
This is a Garmin what?
Right, sir.
Yeah, 530, 530, 430.
Check it in, flight level 330.
Now they have the G1000s in there, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The other thing that's going to be interesting, I think, with this airplane is the progress that Airplane Heaven has been making and
Delta 242, sorry about that.
what they decide
Did
to do with it. Everything I've seen up to this point has been kind of the World War II era gauges and instruments and all that stuff, which I think is awesome. I love that stuff. You guys know I love that stuff.
There's 242, Roger, cleared.
But I wonder if there'll be a little bit of a push to also make a version that has more of the modern avionics. Hey, Al South. Thanks for checking in. Welcome to the flight. Piedmont 818. Non-stop service from Miami to Jacksonville. As is, yeah, DC-3, man. As is the tendency around here. Like I talked about yesterday, it's a little bit of variety, but we seem to always come back to the vintage aircraft. But I decided today, Al South, you're going to like this.
2353, 10 miles from Patty, turn right heading.
I found a guy that has created a modern cockpit, modern panel for the DC-3. That's cheating. It does feel kind of like cheating, yeah. And when I started out, I said, you know, I hadn't made a flight with it, and I said, there's going to be some convincing that's going to have to occur here for this to work. But yeah, it does come with binoculars.
39 heavy, Miami Center radar contact, maintain flight level 3.
Look at that fishing hole down there. Sorry about that. So I don't know, Al South. The jury's still out. I don't know that I like it. One thing I do, okay, I'm going to start listing off some of the things I do like. And then at the end of the flight, maybe I'll have a feel for just how much I'll use this in the future. One thing I like, tail wheel steering. I don't have to use differential braking on this plane to steer around the ramp and all that. That was actually kind of nice. I'm going to give them that. Second thing I like, I have been able to engage the autopilot, adjust my altitude, my vertical speed, my bounce between VOR navigation and GPS navigation, all without having to do the old Shift F4 and pull this 2D panel up, which has worked super well for me in the past. But I always felt like that was just a little bit of a blemish on the Manfred Jan version. So there's a couple things that I gotta give him credit. I've got the guy's name is Alan H. I don't know what his full name is, but he seems to be a very nice guy, a generous guy. I've reached out to him. He's helped me kind of get things configured. And he when I talked to him about this, Al South, this is actually where I was explaining this to Downwind as you came in. He was very sensitive, I guess, to the fact that many of us that simulate this particular plane really like to have the World War II era gauges and systems and all that. We like the history. I think it was Cyan Alpha that said last time he flew his DC-3, when he started the engines, he had the quote of the day. He said, "That's what history sounds like." That's exactly right. So
cross.
I appreciated that he was sensitive and not one to say, hey, run right out, swap out, take this config file and swap everything out in all your aircrafts right now, because theoretically you could.
Okay,
I could take this, now that I know what I'm doing, I could take this particular panel and I could insert it into every single one of the other DC-3s I have.
Looks like 2440.
But his advice was to not do that, because he said keep the ones you have right now, and then just plug these in, and if you have some others that you know are more modern, yeah, go ahead and give them the modern give them the modern cockpit, the modern panel. But he said it's important that you have a choice. It's important that you're able to do both depending on what you want to do. And he said especially it's important that people know and learn how to fly with the original equipment. And so right there I gained a lot of respect for the guy. Again, I don't know the guy. I've emailed him a few times. I don't even know what his last name is, but I thought that was pretty insightful. And just a nice thing to acknowledge. So that's where we're at. I'm trying to give it a fair shot. I really am.
American 512, descend and maintain 3000.
Is Piedmont, is it still I want to say this is still an airline that's flying. Am I crazy? Somebody Google that for me. They may even be flying DC-3s for all I know.
American 400, Miami Center, contact, commutate 16000, correction, commutate level 30.
Alright, well, let's take another peek here at what's on everybody's mind. We'll get Al South kind of caught up with what's shaking here. I would say we're in this area right here. We're just south of Orlando. We're going to be in the Jacksonville area here pretty soon. They even have job openings. Heck yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's maybe another tally mark in the plus category for this. We have dodged, by the way, all the storms so far. I don't know if this one's going to affect us or not near the Orlando area, but maybe. Like I say, we're still down, kind of down here-ish, so that has a chance to slide off. But this is the guy right now that's of concern, and it's interesting because it's kind of been this little bit of a bubble for like the last hour. So I don't know if Jacksonville has some sort of force field, some sort of Marvel Comics force field around it or what, but or if this is just dissipating a little bit. But this could be a problem for us in this aircraft, and so we're going to keep our eyes on the weather. We're going to just make sure that we're understanding what's in front of us, and most importantly, where we can divert to. I had originally listed Orlando as our alternate, but I don't think if we get up in here, well, my thought was if we get up to about, if we get up to about right here, just north of Orlando, we see this is socked in, we're just going to say, hey, we're going back to Orlando. But if we get up in here and things kind of fill in around us, we might not even be able to make it back. So I've been looking at things like St. Augustine or maybe Flagler County. We may have to do one of those if we have an alternate. Oh, Al South is doing some research for us here. This is what you get on the Melvin Leroy channel, by the way. They don't have any DC-3s anymore. Oh, they're ERJs and 145s. Okay, so still kind of probably that same type of market.
Okay, 2350 Roger. Just
those short hops and I mean, heck of a lot more these things, what they call it, carry 24 people. I'm guessing that the ERJs, I think I've been on an ERJ 145, and it's got a hold. It's got a whole 50 or 60 people, but yeah, kind of the modern equivalent, I suppose. Interesting. Are they? Where are they? Where's the hub? Al South? Does it say? Am I completely out of place flying one here in the Florida area?
Southwest 242, Roger, RNAV, Jumar, Fort Lauderdale, wind, 100.12, runway 10 right, 6.
Go from 0 right,
All right, 19 nautical miles to
American 512,
Barron, closing in ever so steadily on Jacksonville. I guess the other thing that I might add that was interesting until I started fiddling with it was it seemed to climb. We were up above 10,000 without any kind of difficulty. Now we're having some trouble not really maintaining a huge great airspeed here, so I think it's interesting. We're only getting about 28 inches of manifold pressure. We should be between 30 and 35, so that's different. That's interesting. Base is in Philadelphia. Okay, cool. And another hub at Charlotte. So we're not being down here in the southeast Florida area. It's not probably out of the range of possibility that they're flying some flights down here to Miami or to Orlando or Jacksonville. Thanks, man. That's cool. Oh, hey, that was here's something else I'm finding is a potential.
On 818 contact Orlando approach.
Never mind. Orlando approach for Piedmont 818. Take care. 2480. 2480.
Turn left heading 120. Maintain a heading of 120. Descend and maintain 4000.
Next up should be Jacksonville Center. I'm going to put that in 3485. This works pretty well, honestly. Orlando approach. Hello, Piedmont 818 at flight level 120. Can't really even call it flight level 120, but
Piedmont 818 Orlando approach. Anything off there 3005.
3005 Piedmont 818 super. Just kidding. See if he laughs. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alright, 3005. Where the heck do I don't even know where you set the altimeter, guys. There it is. 30. Looks like it's right there already. 300, maybe a little high. 3005. Alright. Alright. Oh, I thought that was one of my friends that I was... Okay, sorry. I need to hold off on the lame jokes until I get closer to Jacksonville.
Stuck in midair. Mustang at 2,400.
Okay, IMC, my friends.
Basically, Roger. We got him.
So Al South is saying they fly under the American Eagle brand. Oh man, okay. Had no idea. So they've been doing it for a long time. That's pretty dang cool. All right, top of the hour, time to kind of check in with some of our friends here. Some of the other guys that I like to follow. Maybe you'd be interested in them as well. Right now it's a little bit on the quiet side. The only guy really rocking and rolling that I see that is in my follows list is the 757 Spy. And we'll give him a little bit of love here. Just a couple of minutes. He's a good guy. He's a real life pilot and flies the 757 on X-Plane.
Tuba flight. Let's see. We'll look at that after we're done with this. Darren Box just said hi over on Discord. I don't usually go over on the Discord channel. Okay, so let's see here. Tuba.
Finish all aircraft lines of information. Delta, current altimeter 2005.
We'll say hello.
The mission built into X-Plane where you land the helicopter on the oil platform. That's the one we're doing.
He's a guy that's not afraid to
Oh, wow. Just shove it back.
do the long haul, do the short haul.
Approach 125.72.
Great guy. Loves the 757. He has taken that plane into more airstrips that I would have swore you could never get a 757 in. He really knows his airplane. So yeah, real SimWorld 757 pilot, real world. No, I thought he said yeah, Cessna private pilot, and he's also written a book. He likes to write spy stories. So anyway, a great guy to follow if you haven't already. 757 Spy. What are they doing there? Manual. Yeah. So he will have like anything you share with him, he'll pull up and he'll play within reason. I mean, he won't do it like when he's on short final, but he's built such a nice relationship with his community that he feels pretty safe on what they share. And yeah, sometimes like that's some of the stuff that people will find and share, and it's called a workout. Yeah, I would not want to be doing that myself. But anyway, great guy. Click the little follow if nothing else, and I thought I had notifications turned on for him.
Whoa.
We're gonna turn those on.
That wasn't good at all.
Yep, Cessna, real life Cessna. So here he is, about me. Loves the 757. Loves the I forgot about the Orbinaut program that he likes to play. And he's a Cessna private pilot, former TV weatherman, and he's an author. So
Wow, look at that crab.
but I just like he does stuff like that, man, while he's because he's flying like today. He's flying from oh good lord, that's got to be somewhere in Switzerland to Germany to yeah, so Sunday double hop. I don't know, everything is spy related. Coffee run, beer run, pizza run, depending. Oh my gosh, what the heck?
I think they dragged the wing.
Holy heck.
They dragged both wings.
Position report, downwind sim. We are currently closing in on Orlando. We just checked in actually with Orlando approach. Here we are. We're just south of the Orlando airport. So yeah, man. Hop aboard. You don't need anything very fast because we are clipping along here at a whopping 120 knots. So anyway, check him out. He's a good dude. Yeah. I'm gonna devote the top of the hour to check in with anybody that is one of our followers, or excuse me, one of our followers, or somebody I'm following. just so you can see what's out there, what interests
Alpha
me,
Tango, Oscar
and I hope you
Roger.
share back with some
Field,
guys,
right traffic
because
for runway
I'm
18
all
right
about
now,
just
3005.
I'm all about the
3005.
meeting people and learning more about this awesome, amazing habit. So yeah, hope you can join us here downwind. Al South saying his internet connection is super slow. That's frustrating. My wife the other day, Mrs. First Officer, I thought she was going to throw the remote through the TV because she was trying to watch a movie on Vudu, and it worked perfectly right up until about the last 20 minutes, which of course is when you need to have everything working perfectly. And then it started to not just pause, but disconnect, completely bump her out of Vudu or Hulu or whatever she was in, giving her some kind of a weird error, weird connection error. And yeah, I have not seen her that mad in a long time. I ran and hid. I feared for my safety. Downwind, what are you gonna be flying, man? What should I be looking for here as you fire things up? Caravan, I'm assuming, or are you gonna try to give that that mad dog?
Yeah, your 12 o'clock departing the field to be restricted below 8,000. No factor.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes on for the traffic 818. Okay, yeah, you know, the Caravan might give us a head start.
Heavy 777 departing the field now. We'll be headed to the west. 5,000, climbing 8,000. You should be turned ahead of you, but
Starting to see some weather here, folks. Don't have a good enough handle yet on the MD-80. Yeah, I get that. I get that. No worries. No worries, brother. Be good to have you in the air.
Charlie Tanker, Oscar Zulu. Ahead of taking 0607. 060, Tango, Oscar Zulu.
Closing in. I think I can just kind of make out the outskirts here of the Orlando Airport area. Don't tell downwind sim, but I'm going to zoom in here. No, not quite seeing anything. Of course, that doesn't mean anything because my scene. Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. There's our traffic climbing out. That's going to be no factor. There's the Orlando Airport. Not Latin VFR. Latin VFR is who I have for Miami. Who do I have? Who is my Orlando?
Good evening, this is Search
I don't have that listed here, do I?
This radar check. Search
Alright, I'm going to have to look as we're going.
Turkish 1951 Heavy, Orlando departure radar contact. Fly heading 270, climb and maintain 8,000.
Kind of watching that traffic again. I don't see anything that's going to be, of course he said it's not going to be a factor, but it's always a good idea just to get your eyes on and make sure you're aware. One thing that's been good about this reinstall, other than the fact that I got a
heading will give you about a 5-mile final. Does that work for you?
Sorry, getting a text message here. Friend I'm supposed to be fishing with today, we are lamenting our Colorado Rockies. Al South, that is actual VATSIM traffic. I have the AI traffic completely turned off, actually, because it causes a little bit of stuttering. So, hey, New York Dave, sucks to be in TOZ. I don't know what that means. If you say so, I'll agree with you, man. I'm assuming it has something to do with the weather up here.
1951, G direct Mateo, climbing maintain 16.
Anyway, I was gonna say, besides getting a little bit better computer, the one thing I've been able to do is organize my downloads. I had stuff all over the place, and oh, Had to mute you. Oh, hey. Well, thanks for checking in, Dave. Appreciate it, man. We're having some fun here. We're closing in on the Mickey Mouse Fun House, as they like to say. Last time we were here, we had actually all the ATC kind of talking smack a little bit about Bryn Brody, who's one of our friends. So does the VATSIM client add traffic? So yeah, it does actually, and you need some sort of AI software. I don't know if it's a client or exactly what it is. Bryn is 10 out of 10. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. He is. I love that guy. He's a class act, and it was all in good fun. They were what they were telling me. He was up in Jacksonville last time, and they were telling me, "Oh, you better divert. You better divert. You never know what you're going to get up there." And anyway, it was hilarious. I let him know he had a good laugh. Yeah, I love this area just because of that. I love the interaction with the ATC and the fun you guys have down here. But anyway, back to your question, Al South. The Boston Virtual guys, if you go to the BVARTCC website, they have a pretty darn extensive list of AI. Well, this is going to help you out. I'm sorry, because it's P3D. I don't know that it works for X-Plane, but you need something that will recognize what the aircraft are. So like for me, I'm using VPilot, and so I need to make sure that I have a model matching. That's what I'm looking for. The word is model matching set. And the Boston Virtual guys have done a really nice job of basically all kinds of liveries and aircraft types, and there's very very few things that my VATSIM doesn't recognize here. You'll know that it's something I don't have loaded when you see the white CRJ. That's the default aircraft that I have set here, and that's what you know if it's like, you know, something obscure that I don't have, like an Air Norway or something, even though I do have some. I think that's actually one of them, Scandinavian and all that. All right, so New York Dave, he's the air traffic guy that we're talking to right now. Cool, man. You guys do a fantastic job. Thanks, man. I really appreciate, by the way, all the work that you guys put in to making events like this as fun as they are. You're the X factor in my mind, and you're the reason why the flight sim community has grown by leaps and bounds over the past 10 years or so, is because they know they're going to be able to get on and get really high quality air traffic. And for me, that's the most immersive part, and the part that I enjoy the most, and why day in and day out I follow where the air traffic is. That's where I like to fly, no matter what plane I'm flying, because I know I'm going to get fantastic guys just like you, Dave. So appreciate it, man. I'm going to go over and check out your channel here real fast, well, I'm going to add you as a friend. Are you set up? Do you have? I'm going to check it out. Let's see what we've got for Dave. Dave might be one of those guys like Ground Point Niner, man, where he's like, oh, he's offline right now. So, yep, I'm following you, man. If you're online, I'm gonna check out the things that you do, because, like I say, I appreciate all the things that you bring to this sim, and I try to acknowledge that, every time out. So, thanks again. God bless you, man. I appreciate it. All right, what were we doing here? We were we were trying to get. Trying to get downwind up and running here. He's gonna, I think I heard him say he was gonna bust out the bust out the Mad Dog no matter what, right? Is that what we're talking about here? Oh, now I've got my chat covered up here with my... Oh, well. How do I get... I just pulled up New York Dave and now I can't... Oh, there we go. Alright. Yep. Nothing on it just yet. Okay, well, you know what, buddy? Maybe I'm your first follower. That's cool. Down the road when you make it big, remember me, okay? Remember that guy, Melvin Leroy. He was there from the beginning. Alright, loading it in. Fort Myers. Okay, sweet. Up to Jacksonville in the Caravan. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Heck, it's as slow as I'm going. Jeez, criminy, I'm 110 right now. Man, oh man, Alright, I'm gonna just bump the RPMs up just a skosh here. I'm not really worried about being in a hurry, but here's why I would like to maybe make a little time while I can. I mean, this stuff, the longer I dilly-dally, as much as I like the Orlando area, the longer I spend farting around here, the more this stuff has a chance to build up. And that's what I do not want. Okay, Al South, man, take her easy, buddy. Yeah, I'll be on. I still have an hour or so, I think, before I'm ready to head in. But you may miss out on some some good stuff here because you can see what's happening in front of me. But any luck, I'll still be airborne when you come back. Take care, brother. God bless. Alright, the other thing I need to do with New York Dave is I need to get on my Bat-tastic. I need to check out air traffic. And I need to make sure that I have you listed on my friends list. Because the other thing I try to do is base where I'm flying on if any of my friends are controlling. So let's go down to MCO approach. There you are. Friend added. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Hoffman. Thanks again for stopping by. Enjoy the event. Enjoy the evening. Enjoy the last little bit of time here on your Sunday. I'm sure you're like the rest of us, getting ready to go back to the real world. I got to make a decision here, folks. Now I know that my flight plan turns me just a little bit farther, almost directly north here, which may end up being a good thing, but maybe not. Let me take a quick peek here at Active Sky. Oh, hey. One good thing about loading your flight plan into the clunky default P3D flight planner is it does integrate really well with Active Sky. I should have vectored a long time ago, guys. That's what this is telling me. I should have really been maybe well east of things and up to Royas that way, or well west of things and shoot the gap maybe into Carrara. So, well, fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because as they say in my parts, it's about to get a little western. Alright, Downwind Sim, you will be happy to know that the Tombstone Pizza is currently being served in the first class and business class sections. It'll be back to the rest of you later on, but I don't think I'm going to step away right now because this is currently happening. Absolutely, I will thank her for you. She's a good woman. definitely outkicked my coverage when I was able to land her. No question about it. Well, there's nothing really to do at this point in time. I mean, there's two choices I would have. In the real world, what I would probably do is actually, in the real world, I would have had a first officer like Downwind Sim sitting here and saying, oh no, actually the guy back here, well, no, the radio man would have been saying, you need to divert 30 degrees to the west, like a long time ago. Downwind Sim would have been punching me in the arm saying, have you looked at the radar? We need to divert 30 degrees to the left a long time ago. At this point in time, really my only choices are to ride it out or make a procedure turn and head back to Orlando. Holy cow. If you were on board this plane, you're kind of like that 186 passengers I had on Friday. You're composing your strongly worded email right now to the Piedmont Corporation. I guess the other option I have is I could try to climb. I have no idea what the tops are, but I could try to climb and shoot over the top of it. But man, I tell you, some of those peaks are probably higher than we're able to get in this plane. You can see our vertical speed all over the place. We're above and below 12. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Do I still have? I'm sure I do. Seatbelt signs, yes, they are on. They're definitely on. If I need the overspeed governors on, just in case I start nosediving. You know what I am going to put on those? I'm going to put the pitot heats on just in case we run into some icing conditions here in this thunderstorm. That's not a bad idea. And everything else I think looks okay. De-icer, yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now the temperatures are yeah, we're below. No, not quite. That's Celsius. So we're still above freezing. We're in the thick of it right now. No question about it. We're just going to try to punch through. And if we come out on the other side, doggone it, we're going to get some pizza. About halfway through it right now, according to SkyVector. I see no easy way through. Okay, man, no problem. Downwind, muted up. Put on. Type in here what your call sign is, and we'll. I'll try to keep my eyes peeled. I'll try to follow where you're at.
Orlando approach altimeter 3005. Expect visual approach to runway 18 left.
Expect visual approach runway 18 left and P3D runway.
Okay, November 748
after Wama.
Hotel Sierra. Thank you, sir. Safe flights.
After Wama,
One thing I've been impressed with is it has not kicked us out of our autopilot. If some of my airplanes, if you run into the turbulence that we're seeing here, it'll disconnect that autopilot. And I think for the most part it's keeping us on track. It's keeping us in the ballpark here. So yeah, I can live with that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine how many people are throwing up back there right now. Oh boy. Probably better I don't watch this. Definitely not standard operating protocol here. Bad job on my part, honestly. Oh boy. There's a window. Should shoot it right now. Actually, that means we're getting close to being on the other side. Piedmont 818, you're one tough son of a buck. I tell you what, you're getting us there. We are overspeeding like a big dog right now. Is that what they call making good time? I don't know. What started out as a simple test of the modern cockpit of the DC-3 turned into a time warp. I do think I remember something about never ever ever exceed 220 knots or miles per hour. What? Yeah, knots. At that point, I think that's when your aircraft just begins to break apart. So, with any luck, we'll be okay. We're almost there. I promise, guys. I promise. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. We're there. We're almost there. I promise. I might have to request, depending on what happens here. Maybe I can get a. Well, that's part of the arrival, though, is the thing.
Orlando departure. Power still online by
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Yeah, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh, that's okay. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeehaw. Ride 'em, cowboy. Oh, I see blue sky, guys.
Piedmont 818. Careful, don't spill your drink. Contact Jacksonville Center 134.85. See ya.
Over to Jax, Piedmont 818. Thanks for the ATC, man. God bless. 3485. Saying adios to New York Dave. That was pretty dang cool for him to check in. All right.
Hey there, that was a second call with the departure frequency for Tower.
Luckily, I had that put in before I got into the mess because I'm having a hard time here. Where are we even? I don't even know. We just passed. What did we just pass? Oh shoot, we're north. I'm just gonna say north of Orlando. Jack Center, Piedmont 818 at 12,000 north of Orlando. Good evening.
Piedmont 818, Jacksonville Center, hello. The Daytona altimeter 3007.
3007 and a little bit of moderate chop here in the storm. Well, actually,
Piedmont 818.
3007. I would say moderate chop. It's definitely affecting our flight, but I don't feel like we've lost control, right? Isn't that the definition of moderate chop? Makes me want to shoot this gap here, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have smoother air right there. We have to be close. Tell you what the crying shame of this is. I'm missing out on the Tombstone Pizza. That's all I can say. Okay. I feel like yes, we've made it through the uglies.
Navy 11,000, correction, number 1, request.
Oh yeah, I thought that
They were at St. Petersburg.
thought that voice sounded familiar. That's our friend Josh Nunn, who sometimes works up in the
Number 1, clear at St. Petersburg.
Boston area.
Number 1, they're at St. Petersburg. Thanks.
That's awesome. Josh, another one of those guys that is top notch. All right.
Okay, 250, thanks.
Hang tight. I'm gonna go get a slice of pizza. I'll be right back.
United 300, contact Miami Center on 135.17. And if he asks why you're already down to 240, just tell him I screwed up.
We'll contact Miami on 134.10. Have a good day. Let's go.
Frequency is going to be 135.17, 3517.
135.170. Answer.
Okay. Always a good sight to see your plane still straight and level. I'm going to be munching on some tombstone here. Slant Alpha would say that that is the full immersion effect, though. You'll hear me kind of crunching and munching. We're going to take advantage of a little bit of the calm weather. Here's where we're at. Okay, so we just went through that little cell, so we're kind of in on this little segment right here, and again we're going to have to make some business decisions, I think, heading into Jacksonville tonight. I don't know if they would approve us to maybe stay a little bit east of course and come in this way. I guess we can talk to the guy and make a request. I don't know. We'll see.
Sunwing 753, contact Washington on 133.72.
3372, Sunwing 753.
American 2011, contact Houston Center on 126.95. Houston Air 126.95, American 21.
I maintain level 28 zero for Cali Air 047.
Charlie 47, are you on voice now, or are you switching back to voice? Delta 683, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0. I moved it. Alright, that's 127.0, that's 683. American 1850, descendant pilot's discretion maintained by level 280.
Down to 280, pilot's discretion, American 1850.
Well, we're at that point, boys and girls, and so we are. This is, I think, Royez, and we're going to start heading towards the storm. Now, part of me says stay east, but there's another part of me that says, man, if we could potentially kind of get, you know, and this is all predicated on the fact that I think the storm is moving east, we could potentially kind of get here and have a little bit of a window, and then you just have a kind of a little bit of an area that you might have to deal with. You know, that's what we're going to go with, and I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Downwind sim, I do have you picked up on radar, man. Don't see you quite in the air just yet, but I have you on my VAT-tastic.
Jacksonville Center, again, Delta 1539, having, we'll make it 12,000 for 15,000. So 1539 Jacksonville Center, climate maintained, level 300. I'm maintaining 300 for Delta 1539.
So we are now officially on the Pogey 1 or Pogey 1, I don't know how you say it, arrival. Actually, I think we were, as soon as we got north of Orlando actually was the
1539 maintained, best for in your climb and your clear air Lars.
was a transition into it, I think. Let's take a
Yeah,
look.
best for speed and Lars for Delta 1539.
Oh yeah, Orlando was the transition into it. So, just briefing the approach real quickly here. Even though we haven't officially been cleared into it, we haven't also been told not to continue. So we are, right now we hit that Shiner intersection, and we're going now direct Pogey, I don't know how you would say that. Expect clearance to cross at 13,250 KIAS. Neither one of those are an issue for us because we're currently at 12,000 and slightly slower than that. When we get up here to Mosul, though, we need to kind of pay attention because we can expect clearance
1652, contact Miami Center,
to be 5,000.
135.17, good day.
And then we'll be up here to Craig, and then from Craig we'll kind of get our bearings
And it's going to be 135.17,
into Jacksonville.
3517. 35.17.
Just so we're all on the same page here. Conditions.
818, contact Jacksonville approach 132.77.
Jax approach 132.77, Piedmont 818. We'll see you later, Josh.
Yeah. American 1850, descend via the Looney 1 arrival, runway 26, Jacksonville altimeter 3006.
Alright, I'll finish my thought here in just a second. What? Oh, now I'm totally blanking out. I think he said 13277. Crap. Well, we'll go over there. They'll point us in the right direction if we're off. I was looking at that chart, not paying attention. That's not good. Looking at the weather, I should say. The ATIS information, by the way, is Foxtrot.
Global constellation 181 is at 1400 feet, flying at 3000.
And it's telling us kind of what we were seeing there on Active Sky. Pull that up and read the ATIS to you. 2509, yep, 10 statute miles, yep. A few at 3,500, scattered at 6,000, broken at 120, broken 160. Those all match up. Altimeter 3006. Landing looks like ILS 26 approach in use. All right, awesome. Sometimes Active Sky will try to suggest a runway. It's sometimes not very accurate though. Okay, let's see if I've got the wrong approach controller here. Jacksonville approach, good evening. Piedmont 818 at 12,000 with information Foxtrot. We're on the Pogee 1.
Piedmont 818, Jacksonville approach, hello, thank you for Foxtrot, descend across Mosul and maintain 5,000. So that is the visual pressure 26, Jack altimeter 3006.
Across Mosul at 5,000, and we'll expect the approach runway 26, Piedmont 818. 3006, which I think.
You're watching a Bravo contact Jacksonville Center 134.85.
That's going to be pretty darn close right there. Alright, so we're making our...
Song skipper is called Teterboro Tower.
2081, the left hand
Tower,
of Foggy
the
is
system was 504. I'm turning on my downward leg, my fabrics come unglued. The stick is burbling in my hand, I think I feel a stall. And a bug's got in my feet, though, too. My gauges don't read at all. If I could sing, I wouldn't be a co-pilot.
Oh boy. Somebody had a lot of fun when they were designing this bird. That's all I can say. Alright, so we're going to start just a small, slow, gentle descent here. We only need to lose 7,000 feet essentially in 25 miles. So if I do the 25 divided by 3, oh, that's not enough. We need to go down a little bit steeper. Whoops. Now I can't remember how I did that. 1,000 feet per minute. And if we have to, we'll level off. have to be 5,000 at Mosul, and we can go ahead and brief the approach. Then it was again runway 26, so we're just going to take a quick peek here. We will need a localizer frequency of 110.3 and approach course of 257. The airport elevation is 29, so our decision height 227. Go around, we're going to climb to 1200, then make a right hand turn to 4000, heading due north, and we're going to get up to the Hammock DME 23 miles away and hold. Of course, we don't have the ability to execute any kind of an RNAV hold, so more than likely we would just get vectored back around for a second try. CRG radio 316 to Hammock. Okay, that sounds good. And we'll go ahead and put that information in here. 110.3. That's current VLOC and an approach course of 257. Right now we're on GPS mode, so that OBS not doing really much for us anyway. So I think that's about 25 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we did set our altimeter. Let's see if we have anything on the takeoff checklist. We do need to, as we get to final, we need to take care of all this, but right now I think we're good to go. I'm seeing 25 miles to Craig. Craig is where we make our final kind of, or hopefully we'll get our vectors to final. So we definitely need to be down to 5,000. Speed's coming up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and pull back slightly because we're still at 8,600. I am going to just nudge this up just a touch. How about 1,500 feet a minute? And pull back on that power. As I'm looking at our approach, the other thing I'm seeing here is let's see, Wigger. Yeah, I might as well show you guys. We're here, so we're going to be like I say, I'm assuming we're going to be vectored. I'm guessing we're going to be vectored kind of on the downwind and then over to maybe Wigger. We need to be at 2,000 when we hit Wigger, so I want to make sure we get ourselves down under control, down to 5,000. And we're doing very well at that now. Maybe we can shallow that out just a little bit through 7,000. Try to take one quick peek here and see if we can find our friend Downwind Sim. See if he's airborne just yet. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. November 748 Hotel Sierra. Out of Fort Myers, he said. Well, maybe I don't see him quite yet. Oh, yep. Sure enough, there he is. He's down south of Orlando right now. Quite a bit south of Orlando, but in that caravan he may may end up eating us up and not being too much farther behind us. Fort Myers a little bit farther south than I thought. But yeah, safe flights downwind. Okay, here we are down through 6,000. We're going to be leveling off at 5. We'll try to keep our speed. I mean, we don't have to get too slow here, but somewhere between 140 and 120 would be nice. Slowly bring that manifold pressure back up. 32 is what we were hoping for, but up at altitude we weren't able to get that. So we'll build some airspeed here as we come into Jacksonville. All right, here's what I'm seeing. Actually, there's our buddy Downwind Sim, clear down here, south of Southwest Florida. Here we are, Piedmont 818 coming in, and the weather's been relatively kind. It's just gonna be a crapshoot. We're gonna have to kind of see what it looks like, see what it feels like. Right now, Jacksonville, 15 arrivals, 14 departures. So, you know, not too bad. Should be doable. I don't really see anybody south of us. Yeah, there's a 319. He's well south of us. He shouldn't be a factor. This guy here, 737, may probably end up beating us in. And then everybody else, I think, is far enough north. And this guy's not even coming into Jacksonville. Excuse me. So I think we should be okay here, as long as the weather holds. One last check of the map here, and this is encouraging, guys. I think we maybe are north of the problem, which is awesome, and then everything else is kind of just staying west of Jacksonville. So that is an unexpected blessing there. We'll take it. Thank you, Lord. Okay, 5,000. Speed is looking good.
Piedmont 818, contact the post, 0.85 below.
1985, we'll talk to you later, Piedmont 818. 1985, Jacksonville approach. Okay. Jacksonville approach, good evening, Piedmont 818 at 5,000.
Piedmont 818, Jack's approach.
Alright, so the next frequency I think is going to be Tower 1830. Let's get that preloaded. Always good to stay ahead of things, even in a slow plane like this one.
Piedmont 818, I got you the DC-3 on your flight plan, but that says Super King Air in your remarks. So just want to make sure I have the right aircraft type.
Oh, my mistake. We are a DC-3. Forgot to take that King Air out. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Just want to make sure. Thanks.
Feel free to call us Piedmont 818 Super if you'd like. Alright, Tower. I was trying to put Tower in. 1830. Alright, 1830. Alright, so that's loaded and ready. We do have ground as well when we get down there. And, not surprisingly, they do have clearance delivery in case you're flying out. Alright. Well, I've got to admit, I'm liking this more than I thought I would. Alright, looks like our buddy Downwind Sim has changed, and it's going to be departing out of Southwest Florida. So hopefully he'll be airborne here soon and we can check in with him. But I'm liking this more than I thought I would, which kind of makes me a little bit sad because it means I'm probably going to be using it. Oh,
Piedmont 818, Jack Center, Jack's Bridge.
oh, sorry about that. Piedmont 818, go ahead. Thank you.
Piedmont 818, just to maintain 3,000.
Down 3,000, 818. I thought he was saying United 818.
Piedmont 818, flying 040, vectors to final, you're going to be number 2.
040, vectors to final 818. Yep, so I already started making the turn. Darn it. 040. Alright, we're gonna.
885, Jack's approach measure.
Oh man, I went way down too far. 3,000. Okay, carried away here. I am going to descend at 1,000. I am going to pull back the power. I am going to change the CDI to V-lock. And oh, there's our glide slope already. Yep, we're gonna be okay there. We're gonna get down here in just a second.
But 850 will direct to Hickory on the 26 localizer.
Was that for American 1850?
Yeah,
American 1850 affirmative vehicle direct to Hickory on the 26 localizer.
I'm having a hard time kind of hearing him.
SFA from direct
Unfortunately.
to Hickory on the 26 left localizer, American 1850.
American 1850, roger, record direct Hickory, intercept the runway 26 localizer.
Direct Hickory to join the localizer runway 26 left, correction runway 26, American 1850.
I could. I wonder if I'm able to do this here. Just out of curiosity. Vectors. We're gonna load it right now, and then we're gonna go activate vectors to final. Huh? I'll be darned. Not a half bad little Garmin 530.
Road 1850, just want to maintain 2,000.
Alright, there's 3,000. We're leveling off. I need to get myself down into flaps range here. And probably need to be thinking a little bit about our checklist. Get that out of the way. I'll wait till we're turned and established on the localizer, and then we'll run through this real quick.
Piedmont 818, turn left heading 020, just want to maintain 2,000.
The left turn 020, confirm that for 818.
Piedmont 818, 020, descend and maintain 2,000.
020, descend and maintain 2,000, Piedmont 818. Alright. I don't know what my deal is, but I'm having a hard time hearing the guy. This is, I believe this is Howard, rock solid ATC, but on my end I am struggling right now, and that could just be me. Alright, don't have the airfield just yet, and we are quite a ways out. Might be back where we can't see, right here. Can I peek? Yeah, I can peek, I guess. I'm still not really seeing anything. How's it looking outside? Yeah, not bad. Pretty nice little livery, honestly.
American
Like the blue and white.
Field inside now, American 1850.
1850, clear visual.
There's that 737 we were talking about.
Clear the visual runway 26.
Just out in front of us a little bit here. We kind of were anticipating that.
Piedmont 818, traffic sits here at 10 o'clock in about 4 miles, above 737. I'm going to have to
There he is. We see the traffic, Piedmont 818.
Piedmont 818, roger. You can go ahead and make your turn to follow the traffic. Caution wake turbulence. Clear visual approach, runway 26.
Okay, we'll turn to follow the traffic. Cleared for the visual approach, runway 26. Caution wake turb, Piedmont 818.
American 1850, contact.
I'm going to turn about 300 here, and I am actually going to try to see if I can intercept the localizer and the glide slope. Again, this is something just good to test out. I think we're going to be well behind the guy. We shouldn't have to worry at all about his wake turbulence. But I'm not going to, as I'm looking at this, honestly, I could probably even come around a little bit more. I wonder if where's my approach? Approach. Where are you? There you are, approach. Let's arm it. Let's see what happens here. This guy should be coming in. Oh, starting to already make the turn. Anticipating just a little bit, I think. Speed's still a bit quick. Let's get on the localizer here and
Piedmont 818, able 180 knots.
negative, Piedmont 818.
Roger.
Oh boy, what do we have? We got a guy. We've got another 737 coming in behind us. He's up from LaGuardia. Yeah, we're doing as fast as we've gone really all day long, and we're cutting the corner. Here comes our localizer. Let's see if we grab it. I think I see the airfield up here. .180, man. That's the max for me. I can pick up the pace. There's no reason for me to be quite so slow. I was hoping to grab the flap speed. We can help the guy out at least a little bit here. We do need to go. Alright, let's run through our before landing checklist.
Before landing checklist. Mixture, auto rich, prop control, high RPM, cowl flaps, set trail, fuel pumps, both on, landing lights.
For the life of me, I don't know where the other landing light is, but there's more than one.
Checked on. Cabin signs. Check both on. Flaps.
Don't have anything yet.
Flaps set and check. Landing lamps. 3/4.
I don't want flaps just yet. No, that's
Flaps.
bad.
One. Flaps. They're up.
Alright, yeah, I want to keep
Piedmont 818, contact Jacksonville Tower 118.3, so long.
over to Jacksonville Tower, Piedmont 818. God bless you.
Level 683, turn right beam.
Okay, I think we've there's our runway. Jax Tower, Piedmont 818 on the final runway 26. I'm gonna have to come down on the speed. There's just no way around it. Get rid of that.
Last aircraft calling Jacksonville Tower, please say call sign only.
Piedmont 818.
Piedmont 818,
Let's see if it grabs the
cleared to
glide
land.
slope.
Wind 210 at 8, cleared to land with number 2, follow the Boeing 738 on port final.
Clear to land number 2, runway 26, Piedmont 818. Alright, pull the power back, and again, we're going to need to
Bravo Delta Zulu, traffic is a Cessna 172 at your 12 o'clock approximately.
get ourselves down to flap speed. Yep, I know. That's the gear horn.
Bravo Delta Zulu, maintain visual separation.
Alright.
Going down.
New York Dave, just in time. Welcome back, man.
Flaps. 1/4.
Trying to get ourselves on the ground. We're trying to also get out of the way of another 737.
American 1850.
Kind of like that
Speed
speed of about 100 here on the way in. Anywhere between 100 and 80 is good, I think, for me.
Flaps. 1.5.
way down, on our way down. I'm a little bit bummed out. Looks like Bryn is timed out, tapped out. Thought he was ground for Jacksonville. I was going to say hello. So Dave, you're going to have to pass along our well wishes. I tell you what, it's picked up the localizer and the glide slope, not half bad.
Delta Zulu.
But it's no fun to let the computer fly, so we're going to take over here and see if we can't bring it in. We lucked out with the weather, I tell you what, guys.
November, Lima, Mike, Bravo, number 2, follows Cessna 172 ahead, maintain visual separation.
Alright, speed's looking pretty good. We're well below the glide slope according to the gauge here, but according to the poppy lights, we're right on the money. Oh, now the poppy lights are saying you're below. Let's increase the throttles a little bit here. See if we can't hold 800 feet. In the go around, we're going to be climbing to 1200, and we're going to be making a right-hand turn up
All aircraft
to
monitoring Jacksonville Tower, ATIS Information Hotel, now current wind
4,000 if we need it.
altimeter 3006.
Having a hard time getting back on that glide slope here. We just dipped down a little bit, and continue to nudge the power forward. We're going to be making a left-hand turn. All right, there we go. Now we're back on. Let's nose that, or nudge the nose back over. We're pitching up quite a bit right now. Keep that speed right around 80 if we can. Yeah, they are, I know. That's what the checklist says, to go full forward on the RPMs.
Winds 20 at Niner, runway 26 cleared to land. Number 2 follows DC-3.
Pull back just a little bit on the RPMs here. See, we don't want to redline things here. All right, there's our glide slope. Now we're in business. And oh man, that little grass scenery glitch. I thought I had that fixed. This is gonna feel like a grass runway. Just a weird little deal going on here. Oh, we have a little call out here too. Awesome.
Affirmative. Lima Mike Bravo, winds 210 at 8, runway 32, number 2 cleared to land. This is follows Cessna 172 short final.
We're not assessed on 172, even though we're that slow. We're a DC-3 Super, man. So see what I mean? It looks like a grass runway here. Oh well.
We'll have the 30, 20, 10.
And down we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, BGL. Okay, so BGL fixed that runway. Thanks, Dave.
Eastbound 818, exit left high speed hotel.
All right, we have the default scenery, but we'll take the next left available here for 818. I don't know if it'll be hotel. Okay, we're gonna.
Hotel's 2 down, boss man.
What is this? Gulf. Okay, Gulf. It'll have to be good enough. So the BGL file fixed, okay. Good to know. We're going to have to get in there, because I thought I had done a little airport elevation correction within Orbix, and obviously that did not do squat for me, so. Alright, we're clear of the runway. None too soon for that 737 that was behind us, I'm sure. and I have no idea. You know, I
28 taxi to the terminal by Alpha Hotel.
Alpha Hotel to the terminal, Piedmont 818. Okay, I got to get my bearings here. I have not planned where I was going to park. He's sending me, let's just, so I think we're here. He's sending me, no, maybe our Golf. Alpha Hotel. So I got to take a right on Alpha and another left on Hotel, and somewhere in here. Okay, that'll work. That'll work for me. Well, I tell you what. Yeah, okay, so New York Dave did the same thing I tried to do. Oh, the payword, because that was my other thing. I was thinking maybe I need to just go out and just bite the bullet and pick up a payware option, but if that was still the issue, all right. So I'll go check that out. I'll do some digging in the config file, or not the config file, but I'll do some digging in the folder, scenery folder here in just a little bit. All right, Alpha, then Hotel. Who did the payware, New York Dave, if you don't mind me asking? And I'm P3D, by the way. So don't break my heart by giving me some X-Plane developer. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go check it out. All right, here comes Hotel, and we're just gonna taxi in. It's all grass taxiway, so it's kind of like Oshkosh here. We're just gonna kind of come in. Oh, thanks for the link, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Both of those links, Dave. Much appreciated. All right, well, I'm taxiing in. Let me just take a minute once again to express my appreciation for everybody who's checked in all the way back, starting out with my man Wolfpack Gamer. Awesome to talk to you. Hope you get that laptop back here real soon. Downwind Sim, of course, a regular friend of channel, my main man, my CFI in the right hand seat, Al South, my other CFI in the other right hand seat. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. And New York Dave, great to meet you, man. I hope you're not a stranger. This is kind of what I do. I like the vintage birds. I like chasing ATC. And we'll be back in the air soon. Actually, speaking of that, here's what I have scheduled. Tuesday we'll be back up in Boston doing the regional circuit, and then Friday down in Albuquerque there's the end of summer's Friday Night Ops. I can guarantee you we'll be trying our best to get to both of those events. The one I'm looking forward to, again, as I've said, is Saturday, the dog days of summer up in Alaska. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing some things, or at least one thing I've never done before in the flight sim world. So I hope you'll join us. Get your Anchorage area scenery up to date and hop in your favorite Bush aircraft and join us. It'll be right about midnight Zulu is kind of when I like to fly. And then with any luck, Sunday, be up in the Washington area doing the Satellite Sunday. It's a long week for me, but a lot of potentially great things on the horizon. So if you can't fly with me, I hope you can stop in and say hey, because I appreciate it. Appreciate all the information that you guys give me along the way. So anyway, let's get this baby shut down here.
Okay, after landing checklist. Pull over. Flaps. Flaps are confirmed up.
Yep, cleaned those up. One of them's off. I don't know where the other one is. Where the heck is the other one? Maybe that's just a little glitch here.
Pitot heat checked off. Fuel pumps on. Trim.
Zero that trim out. Where am I at here, trim wise? Oh boy, I had quite a bit of trim.
Set to 0. Tail wheel
unlocked.
After landing checklist complete.
And let's shut it down.
Shut down checklist. Mixture. Idle cutoff. Magnetos and ignition master.
Jacksonville Tower, Vision, November
Gilman.
576 Alpha Juliet.
Unlocked. Parking brake. Set and checked. Wheel chocks.
Vision 576 Delta Juliet,
Chocks
say
are
request.
set.
I'll take your word for it.
Lights.
Yeah, I'd like to put my IFR current phone request to Orlando. And I have
Lights.
hotel, and I'm parked at Shelter.
Inverters.
Vision November 576 Delta Juliet, you
where
should
were
receive
those?
the
Right over
request
here.
clearance.
Is off. Avionics. Off.
Yeah, I got my
Generators.
Generator off.
Both off. Cabin signs. Off. Battery.
And that was the one that just about bit me if it was a snake. Right there.
That's off. Shutdown checklist complete.
All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for hanging out. ATC, thank you so much once again. What an amazing job you guys do. I appreciate the dedication, the professionalism, the patience that you show. It's so much fun flying when you guys are online. So, and again, everybody else, if you happen to stumble on this little old stream, appreciate you saying hey, and we will definitely be keeping our eyes peeled for you on the TCAS. So until next time, everybody, have a great night. Take care. God bless.